Hey guys, it's Blas with John Hart. Today, I'm taking you guys to work with me. Let's go. This is yours.
I can run my fork.
You want the big boy fork?
No thanks.
No? At the time, I was working for Countrywide Home Loans as a customer service representative on the phone. Like not even doing sales, just answering phones and just BS. And this guy's like, look, if you want to come work for me, I'm going to start this company, but you have to quit your job. Come on. All right, come on. Eat your cereal. You want to watch Dinosaur movie?
No.
Say thank you. Good job. And I was young. I think I was probably like 20 years old, maybe 19 or 20, and my parents were like totally against it. But then you know what? I'm like, you know what? What's the worst that could happen? I'm young. I have no kids. I'm not going to school. Like, what's the best that could happen out of this? And I got into real estate when I was pretty much 30 years old. You know, I worked for a firm as an employee, built my business there, and then I went off on my own because at some point you have to jump, you got to take a risk. I think that family, like for me, family for us was always everything. Everything, like our culture is very strong and very close. And I think that like family is the most important thing, because if you don't have family, then like you need a backbone to ground you. Thank you. My keys are there. There's a letter you have to mail out, please. Here, this one. Okay, cool. All right, let's go. You're really hot.
Hello.
Let's go.
Hello.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down, okay? Oh. Have a good day. You know, because in business, no matter what business you're in, you know, there's a lot of stress behind it. There's a lot of ups, there's a lot of downs. You know, it's a roller coaster. Most people can't handle all that pressure and all those challenges on their own. Like they need someone to come home to and be like, you know, look, I just need to talk to somebody about this, you know, because it's a stressful business, man. Brian, Susie, these are two of the team members here. This is Kyle. Don't mind him, he's gonna be shooting all day. So we'll have our team meeting. We're gonna go over some of our goals for Q3 for the next 3 months. And then from there, each of us will start making our calls, our prospecting calls, our cold calls. We gotta stop by and see Chris today. We gotta stop by and see Ernie today. And then we'll head back here and finish off the day. And I write down everything I have to do for the day. And this is, whatever I didn't highlight is what I missed yesterday. So basically, I'll just write it all down. Because the thing is, like, you can forget to do things all the time. There's certain days you come in here, you have 20 things to do. And then from there, you just kind of work your way down. Knock this out, knock this out, knock this out. And at the end of the day, if your whole thing's highlighted and checked off, then you feel pretty good about it, so it works. 90,
it has
52.
a house, it has like a massive parking lot.
So reach out to the broker and just say, is this property still available? Question mark. If so, what's the price? These 4.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pull maybe another 3 or 4 from CoStar. CoStar is the MLS on crack. It gives you all the information, all the data and it gives you access to every commercial property in the country. Once I started using CoStar, when I first signed up for a little over 2 years ago, that's really when my business took off. Because I mean, that's how you can pull your list to cold call. That's how you can basically get to know all the landlords that own all the properties in that area that you're farming. Yeah? Cool, let's meet in the conference room. Cool. So I'll email you guys this as well. When she just started with us, we had set some goals for her, and goals that she didn't even have in mind. And I'm sure you remember that time when you sat next to me. I'm like, why don't you shoot higher? Why don't you shoot for this? And at the time, Ashley, you were living with your parents, remember? And I remember we were setting goals for her. I'm like, why don't you set goals for you to move out your house and get your own place? And there was like some hesitation there. And then I'm like, well, what else? Like, why don't you get a new car? And she's like, I don't know. Like, remember that time? And I remember when we set those goals out, maybe 5 or 6 months later, she had a brand new Tesla.
Yeah.
She got her own apartment in a really nice area in Woodland Hills. So I think it's important to keep goals and most importantly, achieve those goals and keep them in front of you. So let's go over these 10 things really quick, these 10 objectives. If there's anything else you feel like you need to add, feel free to do that, but let's make sure these are ready by next week. So you can work on it over the weekend, and next week we'll like schedule some time individually. And remember, these are goals. So don't set realistic small goals. Set big goals for yourself. Don't set them just because they're easy and achievable. Make sure they're big goals. Cool. All right, people, have a good day. Every day I look at my emails and it's just a bunch of Amazon purchases. So Sui's one of my newest associates. She started a couple months ago. She's from Disney, super bright girl. So she's been really comfortable on the phone. So every week, at least 2 or 3 times a week, just do some cold calls with her. She's been getting some good, oh. This is my guy, Julian.
Hey.
What's up? I was actually gonna say, good, man, yourself?
Good, brother.
This guy's one of like top performers at John Hart. So this is where we do all of our cold calling. This is the funnest part of our job, is getting a lot of rejection. We typically, Susie will probably call realistically, what, 2 or 3 hours a day?
Yeah.
Just cold calling, looking for new business. But she's been doing really good so far. She's already got some really good leads. Let's do it.
Hello?
Hola, ¿se encuentra Armando?
And I'd love to know if you'd be open to entertaining any offers.
You know what, Susie, not right now. Maybe a little later this summer.
Tell him that's great. We actually have 2 properties coming up on Monday.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's great. We actually do have 2 properties coming up for sale on Beverly.
This is the guy. Shoot it away. Hello?
Hey, good morning, Blas. How are you doing?
Hi, Raj. How are you? 1.5 in TI improvement, what that would look like. Okay. All right, I'll write it up. All right, thanks. Bye. Yes. I don't tell people I'm an agent. I don't pass out my cards to random people. It's the last thing I ever do. I think it's so corny when people are like, hey, I'm so-and-so, I do real estate. Or hey, I'm so-and-so, here's my business card. Like, that is the corniest thing to me, and I stay as far away from that as possible. It's an old way to approach people. It's very salesy, and people don't want that. People want genuine, authentic approach. They just want to be treated like a person. You know, like this guy here, who we're gonna meet now. He did this walk with me that I have. It's called Walks with Blas. I do that sometimes, and he did it with me. And I think it's just my approach. Like you said, I'm not overbearing. I think people, when they become agents, they think they have to let the whole world know. Like you need to be very genuine with your approach. The hiring process is different now. One of my first questions I'm asking you is, you know, how capitalized are you? Do you have money saved up to be an agent? That's the first question I ask you, because it takes time to make money. In the residential world, it takes time. In the commercial world, it takes even longer. Usually like, hey, can you sustain and live without a check for 6 months to a year? You know, right away, because like I said, that's the reality. Starbucks, gotta keep the day going, gotta stay energized. One little quick Starbucks visit, come on. Cheers. So we're gonna pop in here really quick. I sold this building over a year ago to my client. We actually got really close to the transaction. So I'm gonna pop in, say hi to him, and see how the build out is. I heard it looks really nice, and yeah, I think he's looking to buy some more properties. So I'm gonna just pop in on him, say hi. It's a pretty cool spot, huh?
All right, bro.
How you doing?
Come on in. What's going on? What do you think is going to happen? Have you seen any price?
What I'm saying is, I'm seeing properties are sitting longer on the market, that's for sure. Days on the market's up.
At lunchtime, it's like, you're in Italy, I'm not coming here to eat salad. You know? I'm like, pasta, give me pizza, bring it, boys, bring it. All right. Bye,
Emily. That goes back to the same thing we've been talking about all day, is It's not just about handing your business card and expecting business. It's about investing your time into people and, you know, and just staying top of mind.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good, good.
We're having to be more creative with the way we structure deals. We have a property in Canova Park that we were actually on the phones with this morning with the new buyer and the seller. We're trying to make a deal work, like, but get super creative in how to do it.
Or
Oh, here are the keys. You walk into a power room and try to find the keys. All right. It's gonna be one of these.
2. Let's try these 2.
How's that going?
Oh, it's going great. Just gotta sort through like 50 keys. Yeah. All right, so this is a site that we've been working on with the landlord for a while now. It's in Northridge. Probably gonna be taking on this listing very soon. So it's 10,000 square feet. Bevmo actually used to be here years ago and they vacated. So since then, they haven't been able to fill it. It's a great space, high ceilings here in Northridge. So just wanted to walk the site, get familiar with it, and get ready to lease it up to the next tenant.
All right, guys, so the day's finally come to an end. Just want to thank you for taking a ride with me and seeing what a day in life is like. I will leave you guys with this. Anyone that's thinking about getting into real estate or is in real estate, just make sure that you align yourself with the right people. Make sure that you have a really good work ethic. Make sure that you're consistent, persistent, believe in yourself. This is what I live by. If you want things you've never had in your life, then you have to do things you've never done before. So thank you guys again for hanging out. Goodbye.